Good morning, you badass motherfuckers. Oh, yeah, it's all on me. The morning fucking drinking show. I'm your host, Greg. W myself, the fucking life turnaround fucking coach, man. We gotta turn your fucking life around. Listen to all this bullshit, man. Listen to all this bullshit. We getting on here every fucking day. Because I'm commemorating what? Chronicling 10 years of sobriety, 10 years of transformation. And even this week, we're going on day 2, fasting, motherfuckers. Water, coffee, that's it. The body, man, the body's being a little bitch last night, getting them hunger pains, those hunger pains. You know, it just pops up. Like I told you guys yesterday, it's a spiritual journey, right? When you start fasting, not just intermittent fasting, I get all that. Multiple days, man. Multiple days. Hit that gym this morning, fucking picking up heavy weights, still pushing, still grinding. But a lot of motherfuckers say, I don't got no energy if I don't eat food. I don't got no energy. Well, where the fuck does your energy come from? That's the question. Where does your energy come from? Does it come from your body? Right? Does it come from the food you eat? I'm feeling pretty fucking amazing right now. I'm feeling great because I'm very spiritually in tuned. And that's really the journey of fasting, right? I'm going to chronicle a 3-day fast, and it's not easy. This shit ain't easy. If it was easy, guess what? Just like so many other things, everybody will be doing it. But it's definitely an energetic fucking supercharge, man. You start feeling superpowers when you're able to just like get in that mindfulness, get in that place where you are going to feed your energy, feed your spirit, and just tell the body, you know what? I'm going to put you on timeout, motherfucker. I'm going to put this body on timeout from digesting and fucking stuffing my face with shit. Right? Because I was just meditating now outdoors, right? I told you guys, like part of my routine in a multi-day fast is I take those pauses just like I would pause for a meal. And I go outside, I connect with nature, I let the sun shine on my face and just absorb that radiant energy, man. Because I believe that spiritual energy is way greater than physical energy. And I'm seeing the alignment in my life. I'm definitely feeling the results. I'm feeling good. Right, I was up this morning, I got up a little late, 4:47, something like that. And just again, doing my routine, jumping into mindfulness, meditation, journaling, right? Really just trying to connect with what? Higher self. And trying to hear and get clarity, right? I definitely have an intention, right, for this season. I got an intention on what I'm looking for out of this fast, right? Clarity, right? Deeper connection with higher self, deeper connection with my spirit guides, right? And looking to my future. I've been finding myself. I think what triggers the fast often for me has just been when, I need a reset. I need an energetic fucking reset because I'm seeing myself still playing fucking rewind, man, on shit from my past. And it's so interesting, this journey of healing and how it presents itself every single day, that it gives you a new opportunity to expand, right? Because I mentioned yesterday that far too often in life we contract when we're hurt, we contract when we're afraid, we contract when we're stressed out, when we're anxious, when we're depressed, when we're feeling unloved, unfulfilled in life. You contract, your world becomes smaller because you're trying to like preserve yourself. And it's really probably a deeper level of just not wanting to embrace challenge, not wanting to embrace newness in your life, change, transformation, right? And it's crazy because we want what we're familiar with. We want to be comfortable. And oftentimes we find comfort in our misery, in our suffering, right? Are you comfortable with your suffering, with your misery, with your sadness, your loneliness, your heartbrokenness, right? Your criticalness about yourself, your disappointment in yourself. I mean, how many of you are just comfortable with that? I used to be there. I used to just totally say, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I know what my life is. I'm going to live mediocre. I'm going to do all this other shit. And the universe, God has a way of stirring shit up. And a lot of times when we get these storms, when we get stirred up, right, right away, we think that something's wrong with us, that the universe is against us. God is disciplining us right away, man. We play out these fucking stories in our head. The devil's attacking me. God is angry at me. He's punishing me for being a bad little boy or girl. And it's just like, what would it take for you to look at the difficulties, the challenges in your life as being empowering, being something that is like meant for your growth? But if you resist it, then you miss the opportunity. You miss the opportunity to grow. And guess what? The lesson's going to come back around. We will repeat ourselves if we don't learn the lessons. But even when we do learn the lessons and we pass, I've seen this shit come back around just to like reinforce the teaching. Because isn't this whole experience about learning about yourself, learning about life, learning about creation, learning about energy, learning about interacting with other people? And what I'm starting to realize, I feel so fucking good, man. I wish I could share, and hopefully I am. I wish I could share the abundance of just, I feel good. I feel good because I'm not, I'm in tune with my higher self right now. And in the higher self, there's joy, there's bliss, there's happiness, there's love, right? And from that, I'm able to share, right? And that's why I think it's so important to do these fasts. And I'm surprised it's been so long, because I used to fast on a regular basis, maybe once a quarter, right? Just to like check in. But when I look back, I say, well, fuck, maybe that was just because I was going through some very turbulent times, really trying to process some really fucking dark seasons in my life. And that fasting does, it gives you this superpower about yourself. Because I'm telling you, man, my body yesterday, you know, I was driving around, staying active. You know, a lot of people want to go sit in the corner and curl up and just, oh, I'm going to fast for a day. And, you know, I don't have energy because I'm not eating. And it's like a suffering thing, right? It's a suffering thing. Back to the suffering, right? Oh, you know, it's too hard. I have to suffer. You know, my body wants food. And it's like, yeah, your body wants fucking food, right? But your mind, your spirit, your energy, your life force also wants to be fed. And there's a lot to be said that that's even greater than the physical. Because won't the physical die, right? Most of us, I think most people maybe not understand life and death, but I think most of us at least have a feeling that somehow our spirit, right, lives forever, right? Is there, I don't know how, like, but I do believe that most people, right, somehow think that the spirit is like a collective energy and this experience, this life experience. But the body dies, man. The body fucking gets old, gets beat up. It's incredible how the body heals. That's a powerful thing. And just knowing that you cut your finger today, right? It's gonna probably hurt for a couple hours, put a band-aid on it, and like in a week or so it'll be healed. Did you have to think about the healing? Did you have to sit there and like concentrate, man, I really need this to heal? Okay, heal. You're doing a good job healing, thank you, keep healing. Like, we don't think like that. Shit just happens. So we take a lot of shit for granted. You've never had to think about your body healing itself. That's like pretty fucking powerful. It's pretty powerful. Now, when it comes to healing ourselves emotionally, that's different. With the emotional healing the trauma, healing the old, right? It takes effort. that shit does not happen just by time passing. And that has been my message throughout this, is people putting a fucking distress signal, mayday, mayday, mayday. You gotta start working on yourself if you want to feel better about yourself, if you want to like start to thrive through life. That was the biggest revelation I had through 2020, man. The pandemic was, it was a huge reset for all of us. All of us got a reset, whether you survived through it or you thrived through it. That has been the difference I'm seeing in this world around me. And it's probably half and half. Half you motherfuckers kicked ass, thrived, transformation. You were able to like reassess your situation, reassess your focus on health, nutrition, spirituality, all of these amazing things. And you pushed through the fucking challenge, man. You just blew it out of the fucking water and you're thriving right now. And I see so many people that are thriving now that are trying to get back to the rest of you that kind of didn't see it, right? Clinged to the suffering, watching too much fucking talking heads and politicians and doctors and bullshit and just fighting with everybody about what's right, what's wrong, what do you believe? I hate you, you hate me, wear your mask, get your shot, all this shit. And at the end of the day, a lot of motherfucking people died. And that's a shitty thing, right? And it gets thrown out there. You don't care if you're, you don't wear your mask or you didn't get your shots. You don't care about other people. It's like, stop with that shit. Stop. There's a gazillion things every fucking second of every day that are ready to kill you. Like, it's not just the fucking illness. Like, there's a million fucking things that, like, there's endless possibilities for your death, right? And it sucks if on your death certificate it was COVID. But again, that's not even the number one fucking cause of death in this world, in this country. It's heart disease, motherfuckers. And then it's cancer. Then you got COVID. And on the heart disease thing, man, a lot of you motherfuckers that talk all this shit, grandstanding about COVID and fucking, pathology and fucking all these disease vector controls and all this shit, you are fucking unhealthy and you're killing yourself just with stress. More or less what you are putting into your body. And it's like, the amazing thing about life is that every fucking day you got a choice and you got a chance. If you're given life, you have a choice on whether or not you're going to be happy, whether or not you want to become the best version of yourself, whether or not you want to change your whole fucking life, your whole entire life. You can change your whole story, because here's the hard fucking truth that so many people, you all motherfuckers, don't want to hear this shit. If you take a fucking inventory of your entire life, all the people in your life, all the experiences in the life, your whole fucking situation, all your circumstances, the car you drive, how you feel right now, the house you live in, the apartment you live in, the job you got, the education you have, the relationships you got, right? It is all on you, motherfucker. It is all on you. Every fucking thing is what you have created. And you guys don't want to hear that. Most people don't want to hear this shit. Is victim. Someone I really respect put that out there this morning. Put some shit out there. It's like motivational until the line said, it's not your fault. Bull fucking shit. No matter your circumstances, what we need to realize is that 100% of how you feel and what you are willing to do about your feelings is 100% your fucking fault. It's 100% your responsibility to do something about your life. You either sit there and fucking waste your fucking life. Good for you. That shit does not impact me, right? But it probably impacts a lot of people around you. Because I know that if I check the fuck out right now, holy shit, man, it wouldn't take much. for the downward spiral to kick in. If I start drinking again, if I fucking met somebody, I say, you know what, I'm gonna go out with you. I'll have a fucking drink. I'm done, motherfuckers. I'm done. That's it. But the real breakthrough for me in my life was when I got to a point where I take ownership of every fucking thing, right? Even after 21 years of marriage and even a really fucking hard breakup out of a long-term relationship in the past few years, it's like, we all hear this thing, oh, it's 50-50, or when you have a falling out, it's like it's half your fault. A lot of people want to blame everything on the other person. It's all your fault. We're in this situation because of you. If you were different, everything would be different. And it's like, guess what? Tell yourself that. If you change, everything fucking changes. Y'all don't want to hear the fucking truth, but y'all keep logging back on here. It's all on me. We dropping fucking what? Truth bombs. That's it. Energetic fucking truth bombs that rattle your fucking cage. Because you're getting all this soft cookie, it's not your fault. Bullshit. You got to take responsibility for everything. Every fucking thing. Yes, there's times when other people have literally committed a crime against you, right? Is that your fault? Not necessarily. We guess we'd have to know the circumstances, right? Did the person that landed up committing the crime against you, were you the one that brought them into your life? Were you the one that put yourself out there? Like, you have to know the whole story, because usually it just doesn't hit you out of nowhere. Sometimes it does. For the vast majority of people, right, there's a lot of childhood victimization. That shit piss me off, man. I'm telling you, those are my two boundaries. Don't intentionally try to fuck other people up, and don't leave them fucking kids alone. That's one of the main reasons why I ain't a teacher no more. Leave them fucking kids alone, man. They can't even fucking tie their shoes, wipe their asses, and do their times tables, and they're supposed to decide what their fucking gender is. Leave them fucking kids alone, man. That is some fucking brain warp bullshit. And that's where I stand. I don't give a fuck where you stand. Stand wherever the fuck you want. Just stay the fuck out of my way if you coming with some bullshit like that. I'm thriving right now. I'm feeling great. I got like this energy on me, right? And I hope that some of you guys will inquire to me, hey man, what's this fasting thing? How you doing? Again, I'm doing a 3-day fast. I started Sunday night, right? It was my last meal. Going through Sunday night, all day Monday. Went through Monday night. I'm going to push through all day today. It's not going to be easy, but it's not going to be impossible, because I've done it before. I've done a week-long, 8-day fast. And it's even the longer you go, what's really cool, you guys, is the longer you go, it's like this very intimate connection with yourself and with spirit and energy that you almost don't want to break it. Like, it's almost kind of a sad thing to be like, oh man, I feel so fucking amazing that I think if I eat, I won't feel the same. So it's really interesting how that all like plays itself out. And I've experienced it every single time, that it's just this really intimate experience with yourself. Fasting, right? It's a spiritual experience, right? You can look at all kinds of different religions and how they incorporate it, but ultimately it's denying the flesh, right? Our bodies, man, they fucking control so much of our urges, right? A lot of us have eating disorders. We just got to stuff our face with fucking food that we know is not good for us, but it gives us that chemical reaction that somehow it makes us feel good, but it ain't helping you. It ain't gonna give you what you want long term, right? Because a lot of you guys have been stacking up those disorders, and you feel like shit, you look like shit, and you could break through that. So I hope some of you will actually reach out to me if you want more guidance or some support. You don't just walk into a 3-day fast. If you've never fasted in your life, I suggest trying to do one complete day. And when I say one day, I'm going to challenge you, because the one day is not just, okay, well, I'm going to have breakfast and then not eat all day till dinner. That's intermittent fasting. That ain't the same. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if at the end of today you have dinner, right? That's your last meal, dinner. You're going to go all the way through tomorrow or whatever day you choose. You're going to go through a complete day, sunrise, sunset, sleeping, and then you cut it off the next day. That would be a full 1 day fast. We'll talk more about the benefits of that tomorrow. But I'm telling you what my experience is, has always been breakthrough, especially if there's confusion. If any of you guys are struggling with confusion, uncertainty, maybe you want to make a decision in life that's kind of significant, big decision, maybe a big change, a shift in your life. Fasting is a really good way to get some fucking clarity on what is best for you, right? What is the direction you should go? But it's really just like in tuning with yourself, and it's kind of like the Native Americans. I think they're the ones that have sort of that proverb or that story about how each of us have two wolves in us, right? The white wolf and the black wolf. You could think about it as the yin and yang. You could think about it as good versus evil. And what happens, right? The wolf that you feed is the one that becomes dominant. And so we are spiritual beings. And if you're someone that you don't really have a deeper connection with your spiritual self, fasting is a great way to open up to becoming more spiritually grounded, to really open up and expand your fucking reality. Because what do? You deny the body, the body, the body. We got, it's like, and I talk about taking care of the body all fucking day. Most of this shit is focused on caring for our physical selves. But that is not the only thing that counts here. The mindfulness is definitely above and beyond the body. And that's why that's number one on my fucking list. You make it whatever priority you want. But I start each and every day checking and building and growing my mind, right? Opening up my mind to new information, because most of us wake up with negative thoughts. Most of us have just bad feelings, in a shitty mood. And so when you talk about feeding your mind, getting into the affirmations, what is your mind? What are your thoughts? Can you grab a hold of your thoughts? No, it's invisible. So that is like, there's a whole nother dimension that a lot of you motherfuckers need to wake up to, right? I know we got all these stories and all these faiths that kind of guide us and lead us and guilt trip us and right versus wrong. It ain't about that, man. Just make a connection with your deeper, higher self, man, your spirit. And know that in making that willful effort, you're going to see a breakthrough. I'm seeing breakthrough right now. Like, and the other bullshit is I'm not making no excuses. I fucking hit the gym hard yesterday, full day of work yesterday, late into the night. Boom, up at 4:07 yesterday, 4:45 today. Right back at it. The gym, fucking lifting heavy fucking weights. And sure, my body wants the fucking nutrient shake, the nutrient bomb. It wants the routine, right? The ego, the fucking mind, the self, the whoever you are wants what you're used to. But if you want breakthrough, if you want to expand your fucking world, you got to get more connected with the spiritual self, right? The spiritual self will give you so much more clarity than any fucking person's opinion. I'll tell you that much. And we got to start trusting ourselves more. And that's been a big part of my message with the "it's all on me," is really getting to a place where I know, man, that motherfucker, I didn't trust that motherfucker, right? I just had to confess, to somebody I care about that I lied to him. I lied, right? And that's a scary fucking thing, man. When you actually know that they know or they don't know, it's not about that. But when you take the fucking initiative to say, you know what? Again, I think that when you lie to somebody, there's an energetic fucking thing there, and it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Your lies, that secret life you're living, is going to cost you. It's going to take away your peace. It's going to take away your joy. It's going to rob you of the blessings that you should have in life. But when you're not honest with yourself, you're not honest with other people, you don't trust yourself enough, That's a very fucking complex place to be. And I've been in the fucking depths of that. And yet it took me hitting rock bottom. Right? We get back to the basics of this this whole fucking message, right? Hitting rock bottom and saying no more, man. I deserve more. I am more. I'm better than this, and I'm gonna switch shit up. But yet, fast forward almost 10 years, I'm still having to confess, like not being able to be honest in certain situations. Right? I'm genuinely a pretty straightforward person, but there are certain dynamics, there are certain conversations that, man, I default and say, I don't want to tell this person the fucking truth. One, my bullshit mind tries to tell me, oh, it's going to hurt them. Right? But it's really ego. It's ego. It's fear. It's being afraid. It's having doubt. And, that's something that I'm working on. Right? That's something I have to work on as a man, as a human, right? To get fucking real with myself. And I've been talking about that shit this whole fucking time since the first of the year, right? You gotta quit bullshitting other motherfuckers and quit bullshitting yourself. And it starts there. You're bullshitting yourself to think that shit doesn't matter, to think that, that this energetic exchange, that you can do some nasty shit behind people's backs and you ain't gonna pay a fucking price. That ain't the devil attacking you. That ain't God gonna smash you over the fucking head. No, you doing people wrong, that's negative fucking energy. It's gonna come back and you gotta cleanse it. And the way you cleanse it is you confess that shit. And I've had to do that on multiple situations. When I was married, I talked about this shit before. Some of you guys may be new listeners, but I had to confess a lot of shit to my ex-wife. And it's never easy, but it's the right thing to do. And I always tell you guys that when you feel inspired, right? Because even then, I went and sought all this advice. I talked to all these pastors and all this shit, man. They gave me the worst fucking advice, man. The most spiritual people I could find gave me the fucking worst advice. Because what? They're giving me advice from their experience. And it probably tells me a lot about they're holding some shit back. So they're giving me the best advice they can give me through their experience, which when it comes to being honest with someone you love and care about, right? And you got a pastor telling you, don't say that. That's the worst thing that you could do for your marriage. It's like, what? What, dude? Like, you're telling me to keep a lie so that I don't lose my marriage in order to honor God? Like, what the fuck, man? Y'all need to get real. Honesty. And yes, it can hurt somebody. Of course. If you've hurt somebody and you've lied to them or you've done, and it's not just the words of lying. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there cheating on their spouses, stepping out of relationships. Me personally, look, I've never cheated on somebody when I am with that person. The two times that I have, I'm stepping out is like when the relationship is either dead on arrival, right? Restraining orders, right? Criminal charges, divorce papers issued, and I go and meet somebody. To me, I was still legally married, right? I hadn't talked to my ex in months, and it's like I fucked up. I stepped out, but I feel I did the right thing, right? Which was to confess that, especially when we started to reconcile. And I've had another situation where it's like you have a breakup, right? And we've done this. A lot of you motherfuckers know what I'm talking about, especially in that dating game. You're with somebody, and then you break up, and you think it's over, and then you meet somebody else, right? And then that shit don't work out, right? The rebound, wherever the fuck it is, it sucks. But then you get back with this other person, right? Is that cheating? Is that? But when that person asks you, hey, did you hook up with anybody else? And you're like, no, I didn't, man. That's lying. That's not good. That's going to cause issues. That's going to create a karmic debt, man. Fucking not good shit. You got to pay that shit with honesty. Even if it hurts that person, even if that person rages on you, puts you down and runs away from your fucking life. Look, there's a freeing energy in that, in the truth, right? Even if you are a big time hardcore Bible thumper, the Bible even talks about it, man. All hidden things will be revealed. All the shit you're hiding is going to come out in the wash at some point, right? And it really comes out a bunch of negative shit, man. You try and figure out, fuck, why is my life so fucked up? Why don't things go right for me? Most of that is just your thinking, right? Your limiting beliefs. But you also need to check yourself when it comes to, man, these karmic debts you got. Are you being honest with people that you say you care about? Are you being authentic with people? And it starts with you. You got to be real with your fucking self, man, and realize that you're 100% responsible. Just like in the falling out of a relationship, we want to point the fingers. This is all your fault, or, you know, and then you get some decent people that say, you know what, we were both to blame. That's the place to be. Because at the end of the day, each person in the relationship where there's falling out is 100% responsible for their shit. Does that make sense? Each person is 100% responsible for the way they showed up. So when I see motherfuckers posting, oh, it's not your fault, like some general little bullshit that you're a victim and, oh, life's so hard for you, that's bullshit, man. Take responsibility for every fucking thing. That's a huge place of mental and emotional growth, is when you can chalk up your losses and chalk up the embarrassments and chalk up the bad shit that's happened to your life and say, you know what? I accept myself. I take total fucking responsibility for my life, the good, the bad, and the motherfucking ugly. But by taking responsibility, I'm also saying I'm going to change some shit up so that my future is better than my past and my present. And that's an everyday fucking mindset. I choose every single day, you guys, and this is what I'm sharing with you. I choose every single day to expand my abundance, my love, and my success every day. And I also choose to inspire every single person around me, everyone that listens to me, watches me, to do the same. Expand the abundance, the success, and the love in your life every day. Every day should be about growing and expanding just a little more loving, a little more abundant, and a little more successful in your life. And abundance is everything. You want to feel a little better? Guess what? Expand. Do something that makes you feel good. Not a toxic, negative fucking hit, right? Go into the bullshit that you think makes you feel good. I'm talking about healthy shit that's new, that's exciting, that gets you out of your comfort zone. But how do you know what you truly want? How do you know what you truly are until you experience new things? So just the open-mindedness to say, this summer, this month, today, I'm going to try new things. And as I try new things, my reality starts to shift, because trying new things is going to do what? It's going to allow for new possibilities, new people, new experiences, new relationships, new feelings about yourself, right? That you probably don't even think are possible. The smallest fucking decision to try something new that you've been afraid of, but it excites you too, and you're like, you wish, it's like you wish you could do it. Fuck that. Make that shit happen. Quit wishing for shit to happen. Make it happen. Here's the other bullshit. I don't got time for that bullshit. You are the master of your time. You are not a slave to time. Make it happen. Make the time to do the things that matter to you, right? You have the power to create the perfect life. And it starts by getting honest with yourself. It starts chalking up with the healing and growing, connecting with people that are preaching this shit, expansion, growing, this self-discovery, right? Healing your fucking past traumas, your limiting beliefs, the shit that got fucking spoken over you that makes you feel like you're not an amazing, divine creation, a human being that can Imagine any possibility and actually manifest that. But it takes your desire and it takes your willingness to open yourself up. Quit contracting, right? If you're contracted right now, that means you're closed off. You're closed off to new possibilities. You're closed off to going back to school. You're closed off to exercising on a regular basis. You're closed off to eating differently. You're closed off to disciplining yourself. You're closed off to just different shit. Stop. Start to journal. It starts with a journal. The journal is so fucking important to chalk up and connect with who you are. I'm going to have an amazing day. I hope you're going to have an amazing day. I'm going to keep fasting forward, growing, expanding, and sharing this positive fucking message of what life transformation, man. Y'all motherfuckers ain't seen shit yet. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to continue to speak my truth, unedited, unrehearsed, and live every motherfucking day. You know the drill. Results kill excuses. It's all on me.